Explaining economic systems for Americans. Capitalism means rich people own the government. Yeah, you can have democracy under capitalism, but you're essentially only choosing people who are on the same side. Why is America invading the Middle East for oil? Change it to, why are rich people invading the Middle East for oil? Why does America hate communism? No. Why do rich people hate communism? Makes a lot more sense.
So, did you know that capitalism is just when rich people own the government? If you look it up in your econ textbook, that's the definition you'll find.
I lost IQ points watching that. That was such a misconstruction of information that I almost thought it was satire. He's like, "Let me make this real clear for you," and then proceeded to completely jumble every possible definition on the table. Like, what? And I mean, I love TikTok, but fact check your TikToks, people. I have to constantly remind myself that too. Every time I see something on TikTok, I'm like, maybe I should double check this, because people can say anything on TikTok, and a lot of them are completely off base. Capitalism is the exact opposite of what he says. It's where you don't have government involvement in the market. People are just freely buying and trading amongst themselves. So rich people owning the government has nothing to do with capitalism. And in fact, I would say that's more akin to what you would see in socialist countries, where a few small group of rich people tend to take over the means of production and control the rest of the country and the market.
What a little communism. He was talking about communism. He's like, why do people hate communism? Because rich people hate communism. I think it has more to do with the 100 million bodies from the 20th century. But that's just a thought what it might be. And also, like, under no system do the elite control the government more than communism. Right? It's like the Russian oligarchs are not diehard capitalists. They're state cronies. I don't know how people understand this. In a truly hardcore capitalist system, the government would be doing very little besides protecting the national defense, police and property rights, and, building roads, but very little in terms of no subsidies, no special regulations, rigging the rules. All the things that rich people lobby for are actually big government. They're literally interventions against capitalism. And that's what the rich people lobby the government to support.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that if really you want to get into it, where real capitalists would come down, like you and I, is saying you really only need the government to uphold capitalism in a small number of ways. You need a government court system to uphold contracts that are made peacefully amongst different parties in society. You need a national defense to ensure people don't come steal the riches that are created from capitalism and overtake the country. You need a police system to ensure that people are not having their property or their personhood violated. And that's pretty much it. Everything else that the government does is actually an attack on capitalism, and true capitalists are against it. The one small bit of truth that was in there was when he said rich people want to invade the Middle East for oil. I'll give him a little bit on that, but that was also randomly mixed into these definitions. I just think that if our public government schools cannot do the bare minimum of ensuring that people know basic definitions of their economic system when they graduate, it should be dismantled. I mean, that's just utterly absurd that you could live in a purportedly capitalist society and not even have a basic definition of these terms. I don't understand.
Hey, that's what the kids are learning on the TikTok these days, so...